1st of September 1939, Danzig, Poland, 4:48 a.m. The invasion began on the 1st of September 1939, after German battleship the HMS Schleswig-Holstein shelled a Polish base in Danzig. The Polish armed forces were not fully prepared for the invasion, as we talked about in the first part. For more information about the prelude of the invasion, go back and watch it. And in this part, we're going to talk more about the invasion and the Unholy Alliance between Germany and the Soviet Union. The Wehrmacht made rapid advances into Poland, which forced the Polish army to abandon their fort bases and retreat into more prepared and defended positions. The Polish, however, anticipated this and had a strategy called Plan Sokoły, or Plan West, which divided the Polish forces into multiple pocket armies which spread across the entire border with Germany and Slovakia. Due to the rapid pace at which German troops were advancing into Poland, Polish command relocated their army headquarters from Warsaw to Brest. On the 7th of September, France launched the Saar offensive, in which they attacked Germany through the Saarland. They were outnumbering the German force almost 2-1, and made great progress, taking a bunch of towns and settlements within a week. But then, they just stopped, and did not move an inch further. As this was going on, the Polish forces were getting pushed back on almost all fronts, but for now, it was still part of their plan to stall the invasion for as long as possible. They would make the Germans pay for every meter of land they took. On the 9th of September, the Battle of the Bzura kicked off. This was the biggest Polish counterattack of the invasion. The head of army, Edward Schmigray, knew that it would be a gamble, but still approved the attack, as it could prolong the fight and relieve pressure of Warsaw and allow more Polish troops to reach the capital, as well as buy France more time to resume their attack. The battle, even though the Polish were making good progress and taking the Germans by surprise, still resulted in a decisive German victory, with about 20,000 Polish dead and 170,000 captured, giving the Wehrmacht an indisputable advantage for the remainder of the invasion. (17th of September 1939), Soviet border, Poland. On the 17th of September, the unthinkable happened, as Soviet troops crossed over the eastern border into Poland. This caught the Polish army by surprise, as they had signed a non-aggression pact with the Soviet government. But why did the Soviet Union attack? To find out, we need to rewind a bit. (23rd of August 1939, Moscow, Soviet Union, 1 week before the invasion.) A week before the invasion, on the 23rd of August, the Soviets' foreign minister Vyacheslav Molotov and Germany's foreign minister Joachim von Ribbentrop signed the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, which, to put it simply, divided Eastern Europe between the two powers and ensuring peace between them. This is what you could also call an unholy alliance, which can be defined as an alliance of two opposing countries with different interests and ideology. Going back to the 17th, the Soviets are now here to take their piece of Poland. The Polish only had a couple of divisions on their eastern border, and those divisions did not stand a chance against the Soviet onslaught. General Schmigray had set up his last command post near the Romanian border, but due to the combined invasion of Germany and the Soviet Union, as well as the fact that promised aid via France and Britain would not be coming, he chose to relocate again, this time over the Romanian border. He sends out the last message to all available forces calling for an escape of Poland, either overseas or over the Romanian and or Hungarian border. The idea was to reform the Polish army in France and continue the fight there, and to eventually liberate their homeland. But at this point, the Polish communication network had collapsed in many parts of the army, and not every unit heard the orders, or in other cases, were already cut off and unable to start a breakout. Many of these units, instead of giving up, headed for Warsaw to relieve the city's defenders and help to defend the city. But on the 27th of September, the commander of the Polish garrison of Warsaw, Valerian Ksuma, gave the order to stand down and surrender, with 140,000 Polish soldiers either dead or captured. And on the 5th of October, after the final battle of the invasion, the Battle of Krakow, the last part of the Polish army surrendered, ending the invasion, with the last fightings stopping a day later. Poland was later divided into three parts between Germany, the Soviet Union and Lithuania. As of the Polish army in exile, these soldiers would later fight all across Europe, notably in France, the Battle of Britain as pilots, in Africa, in Monte Cassino, and on D-Day. Other parts would form a resistance movement in Warsaw. This also included the Marshal Wrocław. For the people of Poland, the land may have fallen, but it was not yet defeated. This was the invasion of Poland, in a simple way. In the next part, we'll talk more about the concept of the Western Betrayal and the Warsaw Uprising. I hope you found this video interesting and learned something new. I put some books and audiobooks in the description that might be worth a read or listen. If you have any criticism, leave it in the comments. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a great day.